it's your girl Robin from Robin's Nest, and welcome again back to another tutorial. This one is going to be an easy peasy one also, okay? So I saw these wood chips. I guess you can call them wood chips, okay? It's like, it looked, I had coasters in mind when I saw these. So they did have a hole in it, and I asked my husband if he would seal the hole up for me because I needed him to cut a hole in here because I had this idea where if you cut the hole in, I can do something and put something on the inside. This is going to be a fun and easy project. Okay, so it's like you get these on Amazon. I saw them on Amazon and I ordered them. It comes like 24 in a pack, okay? And they're all different sizes, okay? So what I asked him to do is to cut a hole in them. Not all of them, just a few, so I could do a couple of sets of them. So he cut the hole, and it's like a 3-inch hole, okay? And would be big enough for me to seal the bottom and put something on the inside and then put the resin in. So it'll be really fun. But before I did that, before I'll do the project, I sealed off the bark from the wood chip, okay? And I sealed it with Mod Podge, okay? And then I sealed this part here also. That's going to be the top part of the coaster with the Mod Podge, because I learned that when you put resin on wood that's unprotected, it causes horrible bubbles. You'll never get rid of the bubbles. So I sealed it with the Mod Podge so that it'll be nice and smooth. So I did do a test run on one before I came before you. And what I'm going to do is use the UV resin and put the UV light on it. And as you know, all my crafters know that UV resin cures right away. So you will put the UV light on it, and then it cures really good and hard, especially this one. I got this from Amazon also. So I did a test run. And I put it in here, and I'm going to show you how I did it, and I'm going to tell you what not to do with it, okay? So it's nice and hard. It was just like this after 3 minutes, and then I went around the back and I sealed it, okay? The only thing that I did that I wish I had not have done was I laid this on parchment paper and poured my resin, okay? And it came out cloudy. You see how cloudy that is? And then when I went around the back part, the seal, it was a little clear. I'm like, So what I'm going to do is what I saw done to create this. And it is to put it on top of your silicone, okay? Put it on top of your silicone and press and then pour. Okay, now I'm going to do this process with you. And by the way, what I'm going to do with it, I'm going to put one of my beloved aunts inside. I'm going to put her picture in as a memory of her, okay? And it's going to be really pretty. You can put whatever you want to put in it. I'm going to do some with some coffee beans, some pretzels, sprinkles, something fun. But my Aunt Amiga, I'm going to put her in it as a memory, okay? And I have some dried flowers that I'm going to put in, and you're going to see it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Okay, so I'm set her aside here, and then I'm going to make sure that my silicone is free from anything that's going to get into my resin. So I'm taking tape to clear off the area that I'm going to be using. There's some glitter here. There's some other little specks of stuff that I don't want in it, okay? So just use your tape, and you can see, oh, where's my camera? You can see what I just picked up, okay? So let's see, we're gonna do this one. We're gonna make sure we have the right side up, and that's my right side, okay? And then I'm gonna show you, okay, now I'm gonna put my mask on. Always, always wear your mask. Especially, this is very strong when it's curing, okay? So you want to protect yourself. And I'll probably sound a little funny, but I hope you can understand me. I can take it off after it hardens, okay? So I'm gonna set this aside. I got my popsicle stick here because I need that. And you don't have to pour a lot. I learned that from this one. You don't have to do a lot. It just, because resin finds its way. And I'm gonna use my UV light that I use when I do my nails. If I use gel nails, don't go out and buy a UV light unless you have to. If you have one of these at home, trust me, it works. I also have a little small flashlight like UV, but this is a little bigger, so, and I would rather use that. So here we go. Oh, my gloves. Don't forget to use your gloves. Never ever forget to use your gloves. Okay, because when it gets on you, you have to wipe it off right away. And don't forget to use your baby wipes. Baby wipes are wonderful for cleanup. Alcohol is good for cleanup too, but I like both of them. I use both. When I finish wiping down with the alcohol, I take the baby wipe and go behind it and make sure I've cleared everything and cleaned everything up. Okay, this is the ultraviolet. Okay, and this doesn't start curing until you put the UV light on it, so don't worry about it getting hard while you're doing it, so it won't harden. So as you can see, I'm just going to pour in the middle, and what I'm going to do is take my popsicle stick and push it to the sides, and I'm pressing down so that nothing leaks under. You don't need a whole lot. Just push it to the sides. If you've done something like this before, share it with us, okay? And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. I'm new, and I'm depending on you guys to help me help others, to show a lot of what you can do. Okay, it's sort of finding its way. And make sure you put it all around the sides to help to seal it. I need to put a little bit more. And as you know, resin is expensive, so this is a little, I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it's a little expensive. Watch for your bubbles. If you see bubbles, try to pop them with your popsicle sticks, or use your alcohol. I see a couple of bubbles. Remember I was telling you about your paper towels. Always have your paper towels near. And I don't have my alcohol near me. But I'm going to pop these bubbles with my stick, because there's only a few. I see my alcohol. I had it over on the other side of the room spritzing something. I think I was wiping the table off. But this, I can just pop. There's only a few. So that's done. Then you take your hefty UV light, and you're going to do it for like 3 minutes. Just put it on there like that and hold it, okay? I usually have one. I want to try to have some of these done before I do them. As you know, in my first video, I was telling you I like to use my imagination as I'm going. I like to do things that are unique, one of a kind. Most of my customers, they love my items because they know that I'm giving them something that nobody else has. So, yeah. And again, this was the results from the parchment paper. So hopefully when I pull this off of the silicone mat, it'll be nice and clear. Okay, let's do that one more time. I think I can probably take my hands off of it now. Yeah, I can. I do have a cat picture of my Oreo. We lost our Oreo last month. She got really sick, and she had a doctor's appointment on that Monday, but she passed that Sunday. Oreo was 19 years old, and we are missing her dearly. Yeah, she lived a very long time. Someone said, you were fur baby, mommy, and daddy perfect for her. And you must have really loved and took care of her for her to live that long. Yes, we did. We loved Oreo. She was the most lovable cat. And I'm going to do one of these for her also. All right, 4 more seconds and it should be ready. Let's see, that was 2 minutes. And let me use the popsicle stick to tap on it and see. Look, that's hard. I'm gonna do it for 1 more minute, just to be sure, and then I can take it off. And again, if there's anything that you would like to see me do, or would like for me to answer any questions, please put your comments in the comments below. I'm really having fun doing this. I was a little nervous about doing it at first, but I was talking to my children, and they were saying, why not? Why not? You love doing crafts. You love arts and crafts. And I teach arts and crafts every Wednesday at one of our community older adult centers. And my students really, really love doing the crafts that I introduce them to. So not only are we going to do coasters, I'm going to do tutorials on some other things that I do also. So I hope you tune in and hit the bell, the notification bell too. All right, so it's got like 3 more seconds. 2, 1, blast off. Let's see what we got. Now remember, I'm just doing this part here for the first time, so if it doesn't work, then you will be here with me. Well, it's cloudy too. I thought the silicone would have made it clear. I don't know. What else could I have done to make it clear? What do you think? Oh well. So it didn't come out clear, but let's see. What else could I have done to make this clear? I don't know, but it's okay. So we're still going to move forward. Okay, I'm going to get my hefty baby wipe. So we thought that that would have been clear, but it did not. So you'll use the baby wipe to clean up. Get that off, and it came right off. Trusty baby wipes. We'll just move forward to what we're going to do. So what I'm going to do now is going to mix up a little bit of resin, okay? Not the ultraviolet resin. I'm going to do the regular resin that I work with, okay? I'm going to mix that up. I'm going to mix only a little bit, just about a half a teaspoon, so that I can put this in so that I can lay Anamita's picture inside of it, okay? So and I'm going to set that up, mix it up, and then I'll be right back so that we can do this together, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now, this is what I've done since I was gone. I put my picture in laminating paper, okay? When you're gonna put your pictures or any type of photos in your resin, you should definitely laminate it with laminating paper, okay? Or if you don't have any laminating paper, you can always use Mod Podge. Mod Podge your picture, let it dry, then go back over it, and then paint and Mod Podge it again so that it's a good covering. I choose the laminating paper because I just like, the idea that it's really protected with the plastic. If you don't protect it, your picture is going to fade and be damaged in your resin, okay? And then you're going to have a bad outcome. So I've been thinking about what I wanted to do inside first. I think I'm going to mix up this artesian pigment. It's a mica powder and it's called Citron. Okay, I kind of like this color. It's like a toss between yellow and lime, but a little lighter than, it's a lot lighter than lime. But I like this color. So I'm going to use this for the background. And it's going to be a two-parter. So I didn't mix my resin while I was away, but I did pour it, and I only poured an ounce. No, not an ounce. I did a half an ounce, okay? So I'm going to pour my resin into my hardener, and then I'm going to mix it up. Okay, when you're pouring it from one cup to another, you always pour your resin into your hardener. I don't know why, but they suggested that's what you do. So, here we go. Actually, it's going to be an ounce. And I may not even use the whole ounce. I might not. So, you're going to scrape all of your resin out of this cup, every bit of it, as much as you can, and put it into your hardener, okay? Because remember, it's always equal ratio. You want to make sure you get as much as you can to make sure that it's equal, okay? And then I'm going to stir it. And remember the rule is to stir slow. You don't want to beat it like you're beating a cake, because if you do, you're going to get a lot of bubbles. And when you get too many bubbles, it's going to be a waste. You're going to not be able to use it. So it's cloudy when you first start, but the more you stir it, the clearer it gets. You want to scrape your sides and your bottom, scrape it off of your popsicle stick or whatever stirrer you're using, and then go back in and stir some more. And I think I'm going to use some of this my beautiful glitter in my mixture, but not a lot, because I don't want a lot to be in. I don't want it to be overwhelming with glitter, just enough. This is really going to turn out really nice. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and then share it. I'm trying to be as simple and as plain as I can be, not to make things look too complicated, because one thing I can't stand, I'm a hands-on person, but I don't like to make anything or do anything that if it looks so complicated, I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. But I hope the way I'm doing things in my tutorial that you're enjoying it and find it that it will be easy and you won't mind doing it. So please leave me a comment on how you think I'm doing. So this is about ready. There's very few bubbles in here. And I need to find a way on how I can do this without that being cloudy. But it was a nice try. I thought that it would work. Maybe because the mat is not shiny. I'm gonna have to look into that, because it looked just like I put it on the parchment paper again. But we'll see. So now this is clear. See how clear it looks now? So it's pretty much ready. It doesn't take a lot of stirring when you have a small amount. And remember, you have 30 to 35 minutes to use your resin once you've mixed it. once you put it together, it starts curing right away. So you don't have a whole lot of time to mess around with it. So I'm going to take my popsicle stick, go in and get a little bit of my pigment. This is called mega powder, but they call it pigment too. Oh, let me see. Probably won't have to use too much. I'll use a little bit more. That should be enough. Okay. You don't have to use a lot of it because a little bit goes a long way, and I like that because then you don't have to continue to keep buying it. Some of the pigments are not cheap. They're pretty expensive, but this is a pretty nice hobby and I like it. So I'm just going to pour this down into here. Make sure I scrape it all out. Rake your popsicle stick. Want to make sure you get all of those goodies out. And then you want to just stir it up real good. Oh yeah, that's a nice pretty. Look at that. That's pretty. It has a little pearl effect to it too. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour this in and I'm going to let it sit for a couple of hours so that it can start getting a little firm. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to place her picture in on top. And I'm going to place some of these dried flowers around it. It's going to be really pretty. These are the dried flowers I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use these little red ones around the bottom. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of the glitter in now. Use this end of my popsicle stick. Actually, well, let's see. I can knock it off. It's not overwhelming. Just enough. I think I just shake a little bit more. Yeah, that's good. And now I got glitter all over my paper, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna pour it on. Make sure it goes around to the edges. And this is not gonna fill up because you have to put a top coat on, a clear top coat. Okay, that looks good. Probably can pour just a little bit more. Okay, so I have a little bit more. Remember I used to say how if you have anything left over, always have a little mold or something on the side so that you can use it and put it in. Okay. So I have this little necklace mold here. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll pour that in here. Let's see. I want that to be sparkly. So I'm gonna pour some more glitter in that to make it really shiny. Because it's going, after all, it's going to be a necklace, right? Okay. So, then you pour it into your mold. Look at that. I even have enough for almost another one, but I didn't think to take any of the other small molds out of my mold box. But this is good. It's not too much left. Matter of fact, I can probably pour it right in here. Okay, but that's good. It's not even a lot left. I didn't have a lot, see? Okay, so we're gonna let this sit for a few hours. I'll probably have time to go down, fix dinner, and by the time I finish dinner, I'll come back up and I will place my picture on top and then my flowers around her. And then I will pour a clear coat on top. Okay, so there's a lot of room here for me to play around with that and put whatever I need to put in there. Okay, all right then, we'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and it's been about 3.5 hours since I poured this resin into the center of this coaster. Okay, it's pretty much set. It's not cured, but it's still tacky and sticky, and that's how I want it, because when I lay the picture on it, I want it to be stationed. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I've already mixed up my epoxy, and it is ready for pouring. I didn't stir it real fast because I want less bubbles as I possibly can get. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is lay our picture onto the inside, okay? And oh, by the way, I did laminate her, okay? See, I laminated her and I cut around it, and you want to leave some edges, okay? Because it makes sure that the edges are sealed tight, because you don't want the resin to well, this is not going to seep in it because it's already set. But if your resin is liquidy and you place it, you don't want your resin to seep inside. Okay, so she's pretty tight. Okay, I must have something on my glove. So I'm just going to lay her where I want her. Let's see. I think I want her this way. And you just lay it down. Okay, there we go. And see, she's sticky. Okay, and now I have these dried flowers I'm going to place around her at the bottom. I think I like that one right there. Okay, I should have put a little bit, oh boy. Okay, we'll leave that right there. And I'm gonna put these ones sort of around here. These are really pretty. I don't even know the name of these little dry flowers. They don't even come with what they are. And I got them of course from Amazon. I'll put this one here. Let's see. I'll put this one here over her shoulder. This is my second time working with dried flowers, so you have to really be careful because they are so delicate. They will break up really quickly when you handle them too much. Let's see, I'll put this one here. There. Let's see. Like that. Maybe I'll put a few more in the gaps. So what are your thoughts about this project? I'm really enjoying it. I want to do my cat too. I'm gonna find a nice picture of my Oreo and do something. And you can do wedding pictures. You can do pretty much of anything. It's just that I wanted to do something with her, with my Aunt Omega. That's a pretty name, isn't it? Omega. Okay, had a little one on there. See, what do you think? I don't want to overdo it either. There you go. I don't want to put too much. Maybe I'll put this right here. That's really pretty. And I have another one I'll put up here at the on the other side. I'm gonna face it that way. And I think she'd like my choices of flowers. Okay. I think I'm not going to do anything else with that. I think I like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is pour my top coat on top of this. Okay. And I'm going to probably run it over to the sides. I'm going to see how that's going to work now. I've never done this before, so let's hope, keep our fingers crossed and hope that it works. But she's nice and firm here. Okay, here we go. We're going to cover the top. I think I have more than enough. Oh, look at that. That's pretty already. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just go over the edge and do the sides. Just take my stick and just go take it to the edges of the bark. How about that? Okay, I don't want to pour too much because I don't want it to run over the edge of the bark. Just want to push it just to the edge. And it'll find its way to where it needs to be. Maybe I can pour some more. And that'll help the edges stick up to the edge. So remember to hit like if you like this. And even if you don't like it, I want to know about that too, you know? And then leave me a comment. What can I do next time that, you know, will make this a better project? I'm open for criticism. I don't get mad. Okay? So that's what I'm going to do with this. Okay? And I'm going to just go ahead and do this and I'll be right back, okay? Because it's going to take a few minutes to do and you don't want to be bored with that. I'll be right back. Okay, I have taken the resin all the way around the edges. Okay, so it's nice and smooth. And of course, I see bubbles. So what I'm going to do is pop my bubbles with my trusty alcohol spritz. Okay, and that will pop all the bubbles. Yep, it has taken care of them. I don't see any more bubbles. And I'm going to leave this right here for a second. Move it over because guess what? I have some resin left over. And I am going to show you what you can do with it. I have small molds. This is a mom mold. It's a keychain. So what I'm going to do It's in my epoxy. I'm going to mix up some glitter. This is my first time using this one. I am going to put some of this beautiful, it's extra fine, and it's from Recollections. See how pretty purple that is? It says dark violet. There it is, dark violet. It's nice and sparkly. So I'm gonna just shake some in here. It's not a lot, but it's enough, I believe, to make this mom keychain. I think my chip, my photo chip, I'm gonna call this my picture, my memory picture of my Anna Mega. I think I'm gonna give that as a gift to her daughter. I think she'll like that. I really like that. And it's so her too, because she was a country girl. She loved the woods. She loved the woods. She used to live on a road in Virginia called Whispering Road. You know, it's so woodsy. So you just take this and pour it into your mold. Just pinch your cup so that you don't make too much of a mess. And just pour it in. And this is gonna be cured by tomorrow morning. And when I come back, I wanna just show you, I'll demold this for you, and I will show you the end product of my photo in the wood chip. And then in my comments, let me know what you think. How did I do? And thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And hit the notification button so that when I come on and do something else, you'll know about it. And join me in watching what I'm doing. I have so many other things that I want to plan. This is just an icebreaker for me to see how well I do. I have some other fantastic projects I want to show you. So yeah, see, that's Mom. This is going to be really pretty. I love the sparkle that it has. And usually when you do these type of molds, you wait a few seconds after you've finished pouring, and you'll see that it still has room for more because it starts to settle. So they suggest that you do what they call doming, which putting the rest of your some more epoxy on top of it so that you don't have that little lip around your item. So yeah, that's good. All right, and I used everything, see? Don't have anything left over. So tomorrow morning, I'll come back and check, and Anamika's picture will be done, and I'll show it to you. And this mold here, we'll demold it so you can see what it looks like, okay? All right, thanks for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow. Hello, we're back, and it is the next day. I know I said I was going to come back in the morning, but it is rather late in the evening now that I'm back. I had some other commitments I had to do, but I'm back. So I just wanted to show you the results of this beautiful, beautiful wood chip coaster picture. You can use it for a coaster, you can use it for a picture to hang on the wall, but this is my beloved Anna Mega that I did in memory of her. And as you know, I did it from a wood chip. Had my husband to cut the hole out for me, and we completed it with this beauty right here. Now the only thing that happened with this, when you pour resin over your flowers, I failed to keep checking to make sure that the flowers did not raise to the top. And I did come back and check several times, and I took a pin and pushed it back down so that it wouldn't come to the surface. But I forgot to do the final check, and of course, right here, these little flowers here did come to the top, and the tips of them did come through. So there's just a little bump there, but that's fine. It's still beautiful and smooth everywhere else, okay? That's the back, and this is the front. I really, really love this of her. And it's so shiny, and you can see the little bumps right there where the flowers came through. So I'll try a different technique next time on how to keep my dry flowers from raising to the top. If you have any suggestions, please, by all means, go to my comments and let me know. Make sure you share and subscribe, hit the notification button to let me know that you're on board with me. And I'm so excited about my next video. I want to tell you about it, but stay tuned. You are going to absolutely love it. Also, here I had the leftover resin from yesterday, and I poured the mom. So I'm just gonna demold it for you so you can see. This is going to be a keychain. It's really pretty. This was like a violet, a dark purple violet, and it's so pretty, glistening. I don't know if you can see how pretty it's shining, and it's a mom. And I'll put a keychain on here, and it's something really nice you can use to do a gift for Mother's Day. The kiddies can do that. Give it for a gift. And then for the background that I used, I had a little bit of that resin left over, if you remember, and I put it in one of my little molds for a necklace, and it has a little shine to it too. So this is the back side of it, and I'm going to demold it for you. I love demolding because I love seeing the results of my projects. And oh wow, look at that. See how pretty that is? Nice and glittery. I love glitter. I do. I love bling. So yeah, look at that. So I'll put a necklace in there, and it could be a nice gift for somebody. Okay. So until the next time, this is your girl Robin from Robin's Nest, signing off until we come back to do our next project.